All right, welcome back and hope you had a good discussion. We are going to go over the last two demos for today, and the first of those is for image alt text. So probably most of you know that image alt text is super important for both accessibility and for search engine optimization. But you probably also know is it can be also very tedious in order to generate alt text that matches the image appropriately. So this is a great place where AI can come in. I'm on the media page on a Drupal site, and for the demo, I have updated the view page so that it actually shows the alt text for these images. And I've also updated it so that I could not have alt text so that you can see some empty alt text here. Normally, for most Drupal sites, that's going to be set to required, but this is a good way to see what's going on. So there's two ways that you can add alt text to images. The first is I edit the image, and there's a button, Generate with AI. I click that, and it's going to provide some alt text, and I can go and update it. So we've got hands holding business documents with charts and graphs. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Uh, maybe we want to say four hands. All right. And then we can save that. And then we have our alt text there. But if you have a lot of images that need alt text, you could also generate them with AI in a bulk fashion. So here I have a few extra ones that are empty, and I'm going to go to this bulk generate alt text page, reload it so it has the latest ones that are empty. And again, we could go one by one and generate them and tweak the text as necessary, but I'm just going to do the bulk generate. So it's going to take a moment. And again, if we wanted to, we could change these at the same time. And once we're happy with them, we click Save Changes. So go back to our media page, and yep, looks good. We're all updated. There's no empty ones here. So that's a very easy way to add alt text with AI. Next up, we're going to talk about Drupal Canvas. All right, so this is Drupal Canvas, and it's a interface for creating web pages within Drupal in a drag and drop way using a design system. So for those who know design systems, there's one that is endorsed by the government of Australia, which is called CivicTheme. And so that is what we're demoing now, where we have some components from CivicTheme that have been converted to work with Canvas. And we'll see those on the side here. So we got some cards, some text, some bigger things like banners and campaigns, and some layout things. So the way it works with Canvas is that you can drag things over from the library, the component library. So I'm just going to do a quick demo of that here. I'm going to take a 3-column layout, and I'm going to add a promo card. They can be a little wiggly sometimes. You can use duplicate to copy things. And then you can add other items as well. So if we wanted to add a campaign under there, we could. And then you could start editing these. So if we could take the card, we could change the card. We could change the theme of it if we wanted. Dark theme, light theme. We could change what it shows. Below Mega Meetup. And we could also they have these purple areas, which are called slots. We could add things in there. So if we wanted to add a button, for example, call to action, we could do that. We could change what that has on it. And also with these other slots. And you can just go and make changes as needed, including adding images. So like this campaign, you can add an image here, choose from the library. So go ahead and add something and put that in there. So we have an image, and then you can move these things around as well. So I'm going to drag this to the top and change the order. And maybe I'll change the theme on this to dark theme. And I also have slots here if I want. So that's generally how it works with Canvas is you have a design system with a bunch of components in it, and you can take those components and use them on the page by dragging and dropping and changing the content as you'd like. But we're talking about Drupal AI, so I want to show you how you could use AI to generate a landing page instead. So I'm actually going to delete all these out, and we're going to start from scratch. Okay, so we don't need the component library now. I'm going to use this little sparkle in the corner so that we have AI. And for those who haven't seen the Dries note yet from DrupalCon Vienna, I'm going to take some of the one of the prompts that was from the Dries note and use that for the demo. So this prompt says, create a landing page for the Virtual Summit 2025, and it has more information about it, and then it has a LinkedIn ad copy to paste in and some details. So I'm just going to copy that in, and I'm going to watch it create the landing page. Now it's going to take maybe 2-3 minutes, so we will speed through that and I'll show you what's going on the other side. All right, so now you can see as AI is actually building the page in front of our eyes. So it's building out each section with all the components that we have available to us, and it's trying to build a compelling landing page based on the prompt that I provided. And so we're going to look at all these and see how it's doing. And then we get to the end here, and it's actually looking pretty decent. So, we can also, now that it's here, we can still go ahead and make tweaks as we'd like. So let's see, what might I want to change? It's actually looking pretty decent. Maybe I don't like the fact that these don't end up lining up because this text is a little bit longer than that. So maybe I'll tighten up the text a little bit. What if I put an ampersand? That pull it up? Yeah, that pulls it up. And maybe the same here. I don't know if that'll pull it up enough. Not quite. Let's see. What if I say avoid? Nope, not quite. Uh, we'll just change it like that for now. All right, well, if I had more time, I would go and make something that sounded a little bit better, reword it slightly. So now that that's a little bit more even, I like that better. And then we've got reserve your spot at the summit, and it's looking pretty good. So, I could still make some other changes, like if I wanted to change this to dark background, I could. Um, sorry, more light. Oh, that one doesn't seem to be, oh, sorry, with background. There we go. Or actually, maybe I want to do kind of this gray background. Actually, I kind of like that. So I'm going to do that one. And actually, I want to also maybe just get rid of that little extra white space there. Okay, so I think it's looking pretty good. And I could go ahead and publish that. I could also preview it. So let's go ahead and preview that. And you can change whether it's tablet, mobile, and look at it and see how it goes. And there's another one where maybe I want to lengthen this just slightly so these line up a little better visually. But it's looking pretty good. And I can publish it from there. So that gives you an easy way to be able to create landing pages based on your brand and your design system. And there is actually one important aspect of this that feeds into how the page is built. So there's something called context that gets fed into the AI agents in order for them to make the most sense for your site. And I'm not going to go over in all the details here, but just I think it's important to know that as you feed context into the AI agents, they can make smarter decisions. So For the demo and the Dries note, which I recommend you watch if you haven't already, they had a bunch of different contexts that explained kind of testimonials and what the company is about, things like that. So obviously for government, the exact things, the types of things would be different, but the idea is the same, that you want to be able to provide different types of contexts, including how do you use your design system effectively in order to give AI the best information to create a compelling landing page. So that's it for the demos, and hope you're having an amazing event, and we'll talk to you later.